Hi guys, Archangel 7, starting a new segment called Level Up Your Deck. It will consist of 2 parts, part 1 being a standard deck profile, and then part 2 being a strategy guide in which I will go over how to play the deck and how to win with it. So for episode 1, part 1 of Level Up Your Deck, I have Royal Paladin, Generation Stride build. So we'll get right started. And so we have Shiny Knight Milius, who has a Generation Break 1 skill, Counterblast 1, put it into your soul, and search your deck for Grade 2, then call it to rear. So that is our starter. I won't go in depth on abilities of cards. We'll do that more in the strategy guide. So next I have 4 perfect guards, 2 of them being the damage unflippers, then 2 being the Seeker, which is just a normal perfect guard. The difference between the 2 is the Holy Knight Guardian here to the right can only guard the Vanguard, and the defending Seeker can guard any unit. So we do run 2 and 2, and I'll go more in depth of why I run it that way. But next I have for Laurel Knight Willis, and his skill is when he's placed on the rear, you can reveal a Grade 3, search for Alt Mile, then discard any card out of your hand. This makes riding Alt Mile very consistent. So he's really good for that because you want to ride Alt Mile first and foremost. His second skill is just when he's in your hand, he counts as a Grade 3 towards your stride. So if you want to stride, you can place him and stride any one of your G units. Next is a card that I teched into the deck. It's something original, and I'm quite proud of it because it's been doing good in my locals. So, but it is for Snowball, and Snowball's skill is he's gonna get 1,000 for each other unit named Snowball on your Vanguard or Rear Guard. So, you know, if you have 3 of them on the field, he's 8k attacker. If you have 4, he's 9k, so forth and so on. Yeah, but he's very good in the deck, and I run 4 of him. Next, we have Little Sage Marin. Yeah, he's just 8k vanilla. He's more or less in the deck for, you know, good ride, good first ride, boosting, and I use him for discarding. So with him next, on to the Grade 2s. Run 4 Knight of Fragment, and he has Generation Break 1 skill as well. If you have 2 Grade 2s rear guards, he gets 2,000 power, and when he attacks a Vanguard, hits a Vanguard, you soul charge 1, choose a card from your damage zone, and you turn it face up. So that's him. He's one of our main Grade 2 units. And then I run for 3 of Beast Nightguard Lord. This is part of that Snowball tech that I added to the deck, my own little flavor there. And you choose a Royal Paladin card, discard it. When he's placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard circle, you can pay that cost and search for Snowball or Brugal, and you can call it to the rear. I don't play Brugal, but as you saw, I do play the 4 Snowballs. So running Beast Nightguard Lord is very good, especially with the superior calling ability of the deck. It makes it very consistent and powerful. Next is 2 Knight of Twin Sword. It has Generation Break 1 skill as well, where you counterblast 1 when he attacks a Vanguard, and he's boosted. You can search your deck for a grade 2, not named Knight of Twin Sword, and call it to rear. So he's good, especially for extending attacks. So I'm kind of laying the cards out here, so that's why you might see some other cards on the screen there. But next, 2 Blaster Blade Seeker. He's mainly in the deck to Legion with Thingsaver Dragon. So that's pretty much it for him. So on to grade 3s. We have 4 Blue Sky Knight Altmile, who has Generation Break 2 skill. During your turn, all your units in the front row get 5,000, and he has a stride skill where when a unit strides on him, counterblast 1, you can choose up to 2 cards from your hand, call them to separate rear circles, then choose up to 2 of your units, and those units get 5,000 power. So I use that skill quite often. It is a very good skill to use. It takes your 9K, your 8K grade 2 rear guards, or even your boosters, and it just enables them to be able to hit the Vanguard and to attack rear guards for those magic numbers. So 4 of him, and then for the final grade 3 is 4 Secret Thingsaver Dragons, which he is a Legion unit, and he counterblasts 2, soul blast 3. Choose 2 cards from your hand, discard them. At the end of battle that this unit attacked the Vanguard, if he's in Legion, you can pay the cost. If you do, you search your deck for a card named Thingsaver Dragon, ride it as stand, then you take Blaster Blade Seeker from your soul and Legion with them again. You do not get to put the 4 cards back into the deck, but you do get the Legion power of 20,000. Sorry. And then when this unit attacks a Vanguard, this unit gets 2,000 power until the end of battle. So essentially alone when he's in Legion, he attacks for 22. It's very common for Thingsaver Dragon to attack for attack 3 times in a single turn. So that's very common there. So that is grades 1 through 2. So next, I'm just gonna go over the triggers here. We'll just stack those right there. And I run 6 crit, all of them consisting of different artwork. Next, I run 2 of the Seeker stand triggers. When he boosts and hits a Vanguard, you can search your deck for grade 1 or less, call it to rear as rest, and shuffle your deck. So I just run 2 of him. He's really good though. Next is 4 Margle, where you can from the rear circle, you can put this unit into the soul, choose one of your Royal Paladins, and that unit gets 3,000 until the end of turn. Another good card, it helps for Thingsaver soul, but it also powers up rear guards too to be able to hit the Vanguard. And then last but not least, 4 heal trigger. I was gonna run 4 different heals, but I just like made me lane the most, so I decided to run just 4 of her because I like her. So those are the triggers there. the things over here. And then lastly, we have 4 of our stride units here. And that's Shrouded Divine Knight Blade. His skill is when he hits the Vanguard, you can Spirit Call a grade 2 for free. So that's awesome. He can extend attacks, help fill up the field, just add pressure, and also has triple drive. So, and then our final G unit is for Holy Dragon, Saint Bull Dragon, and his skill is you choose a copy of him in your G zone, turn it face up, and he gets 3,000 power for each rear guard until end of turn. Then if you have 2 G units face up in your G zone and you have 2 or more rear guards, he gets an extra crit. So he gets very powerful and very dangerous. He easily hits in the 40s alone. So that is the deck profile there. I will be doing part 2 of the strategy guide, and I will show you guys pretty much how to play this deck. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear opinions about the deck profile. What do you think of my Beast Knight Garmor tech-in? What are some cards you may have teched into your Royal Paladin decks? But we'll see you guys on part 2 of episode 1 of Level Up Your Deck.